So we have the tag here, and we have no key for it, so I've been started drilling it out, but it's getting pretty difficult to actually get to the area. So we're gonna try a couple things here. We're gonna start off by trying to take off the steering wheel, which is 3/4. I just broke it loose. We're gonna finish taking this off, see if we can just go ahead and pull the steering wheel off, if it's that easy. I've never taken this steering wheel off. The last time I took a steering wheel off was on a 91, let's say a 3/4 size bolt. Oh, that was pretty easy. The last time I pulled one of these off, I had to use a steering wheel puller on the 91 Corsica. So that sucked a lot. That was actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. That should give us a little more room to do some stuffs. So let me take you off the tripod real quick. So if you've never tried to take off an ignition switch before, this is what it looks like. There's a little pin right here that you can push down, and this whole piece just slides right out. But the only issue is it's got to be in accessory mode. But if you don't have the key, you can't put in accessory mode. So you could either break the lock, which wasn't really an option for me. I couldn't find a way to break it. I didn't have a screwdriver big enough with the square shaft to be able to turn it. But if you look here, it's attached there. But if you could look, or if you could see rather, it's like the bolt has been filled in with the weld and sanded down, so you can't actually take it off. So we're gonna see what we can do here. Let's see. It definitely moves. Let me put you back on the tripod. Okay. Can we pull this whole piece off now? Or no? Looks like we're gonna have to remove this piece first. So let's see what that does. Is there another screw here that I don't see? Yes, this is part of it. Make sure you don't lose none of these screws. It would be pretty hard to lose them, but it would also be a little hard to remember exactly where they all go if you just start taking everything apart. Do I have a bigger? Let's see if this will work for that. Nope. See, oh, that one's definitely too big. Let's just try the little screwdriver. Yeah, works. There's another one down here. So I just picked this car up. A couple days ago. I used to own this car, and we were having some issues, so we sold it. The issue we had is that whenever I was putting the head back on, one of the bolts stripped out. At the time, I didn't know how to helicoil anything or nothing like that, and I had a 2014 Chevy Sonic that I ended up having to helicoil I think it was just the valve cover. So, but in this case, I'm gonna get a time cert kit, which is gonna be stupid expensive, but that will solve my problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, so that way I can go ahead and get everything situated. I'm trying to see if there's a way to get this off without having to cut those bolts or anything, but I don't think there's any way actually. So I'm gonna see if I can make a slit or something and see if I can it's turning. There we go. See that? There's not actually anything you can actually stick a screwdriver in there and then twist it. I don't know exactly why it's made like that, because as you can see, it comes loose fairly easy. I don't know about from natural vibrations of the vehicle, but definitely didn't have a problem getting it off. So pretty much unscrew these two big bolts. There's not a nut on the other side, so that makes it a lot easier as well. Almost, and shazam! Cool, cool. Coolio. What's next? This is the ignition lock cylinder switch. This piece back here is the ignition switch, the electrical component part of it. And it's looking like I may need some other tools, possibly. I'm trying to be careful not to break anything. No, I got it. So, we're gonna take that off. The wiring of this is fine. It's not the wiring that I'm having an issue with, obviously, it's just the key. So, the piece that I'm ordering comes with the lock switch, or the cylinder lock switch, and the ignition switch, the electrical component. Maybe I'm using the wrong words, but you know what I'm saying. Again, try to place these somewhere. You will remember where they go. One thing that you need to make sure you do is make sure if you have a manual or standard transmission that your ignition switch goes to a standard transmission, because it's going to have, now we got to take off this top piece right here. You can see that. I'm not a professional at knowing what all this stuff is, so I'm not going to pretend to know exactly what this piece is. I mean, it's definitely important. so don't lose it. Put those there. But the piece that I'm ordering, again, it comes with the ignition cylinder switch and the electrical component in the back. My electrical is fine. This is the piece right here that you can technically stick the key in and just turn and start the car. So, if for some reason I can't find another one for now, I'll just be a little ghetto and leave it like that, and hopefully we don't have too much of a problem. There we go. As you can see, like I said, I started the drill out process. Wasn't having too much luck because that pin, since I didn't have an accessory, I tried using a what do you call these, big C-clamp. I tried to use the be able to put a screw in there a little bit. You just put a screw in there a little bit and clamp it super tight, and it'll permanently break it, which is an issue if you're trying to take this out and go get a key made, which I'm not, obviously. There's nowhere to put a key in anymore. But with that said, I just, well, there you go. Okay, so we're inside. Had to come inside to grit drilly. So what I did was the hole where it locks in. Let's see. There we go. Should focus now. Sometime today, preferably. So that's the little pin that I was talking about. You just shove in. I couldn't get it in, so you can kind of see it in there, a little piece of it, the little half moon looking shape inside. I drilled it out only to try to get it out and get a part number. It come out, as you can see, it's still not an auxiliary anyways. So I got it out. Again, I'm not gonna need this whole cylinder piece because, like I said, the piece that I'm ordering comes with one. That's the piece that locks the steering wheel in place. You could honestly just cut that out and it would never lock, but it's a good safety precaution to have just in case someone tries to run off with your junk. So we got it out. Unfortunately, the way I didn't want to get it out was by taking the whole piece off, but I guess since it comes with the whole piece, it doesn't really matter. I can just replace this whole thing. I was wanting to just be able to punch that down, you know, as good as possible, break it in, whatever, and pull it out, but it wasn't working that way. You're going to want to do all this over a towel, obviously, if you're inside, because you don't want to get all this junk all over your floor, especially for me. I got a big old dog that would love to come in here and lick all over the floor. We got it off. So that's the end of this video, YouTube. If you have any other ideas of different ways that we can get these off next time, go ahead and let me know in the comments. Subscribe. This is going to be my first video, but I'm going to be doing a couple more. And by a couple more, I mean a lot, because I'm going to completely rebuild the Integra. I'm going to eventually take all the pieces out of the engine bay, and when I get everything out of the engine bay, I'm going to paint it, and, you know, make it look nice and pretty, and then I'm going to do the outside eventually. We'll get a good video of what the car looks like now, because it's in complete disarray. It looks absolutely horrid. Something, probably squirrels, nested under the hood, and when I mean nested, I mean when you open the hood, it's 100% lined with dead grass. There you can't see anything really. It looks really bad, but we're gonna make it look real pretty. So until then, thank you. Let me know how you feel about it. Let me know what I can do to make my video better, just in case next time. I don't want to be the guy that's in here saying all the time, but we're gonna have to just see how we can get over that. Like I said, it's my first video. We're gonna get better. So just let me know what you guys think. Let me know what we can do better next time. Thanks.